Hey guys, I'm Bob, and today I'm going to be reviewing these Fiskars garden pruners. The actual model number is P552. They're called PowerGear2 garden pruners from Fiskars. These, I think, are considered the top of the line as far as Fiskars is concerned. They have many different garden pruners, but these, I think, are the best and the most expensive that they sell. These cost me about 28 bucks at Home Depot. I purchased them a couple months ago. I really like them. I actually keep them still in this container because I can hang them in my shed from this little notch at the top. So today I'm going to be looking at the features of these garden pruners, and then I'm going to bring it outside and show you how they work out in the field. So if you're looking for a good pair of garden pruners and don't want to have some cheap ones that will break down on you after a year or two, then you might want to consider springing the 28 bucks that I paid for these garden pruners. So let's look at the features. So I wanted to show you that I've had a couple different versions of garden pruners over the years, and this is a really old one that it's spring loaded and it's really rusty. Probably had these for 30 years, and they actually still work, but you can see how different they have changed over the years. This is one that I purchased a couple of years ago. This is actually a Fiskars, but it's more for delicate cutting outside. It also is spring loaded here, and it has this little locking mechanism. But you're talking maybe very small branches, maybe up to 1/4 of an inch in diameter. It's great for delicate work, but it's not going to get you a good cut on anything that's substantial. So now let's get to the Fiskars PowerGear2 titanium model P552 that I'll be reviewing today. I do like the fact that it comes in this package because, as I said, I hang them in my shed from this notch right here. So I'm just going to pop it open here. These are extremely unique, and I'll show you the most unique feature about these garden pruners. First of all, it locks with this little notch up here, so you just pop that down and it opens up. But the most amazing feature of these pruning shears is that it has a rolling handle here. So as you depress the handle, it rolls. And so what that means is that ergonomically it's going to be healthier for your wrists to have a rolling handle rather than one that doesn't, like this one. It also allows you to generate more power because you're using the top of your fingers and pulling in. Actually, on the box, it does say Arthritis Foundation right here, ease of use. So they're recommended by the Arthritis Foundation due to the fact that it has this ergonomic handle that rolls when you depress it. That also it supposedly gives you 3 times the amount of cutting power as a result of this kind of rolling handle. And we'll show you how that works outside. But what's nice is that the blades itself, they're steel, hardened steel, fully hardened steel, and they have a titanium coating, which as a result will prevent any type of rusting, and it will prevent any gumming up if you're cutting, say, pine, which has resin in the branches. Then it'll tend to prevent the gumming up of the blades, which is nice. So those are the basic features. You got the locking capability here. You have the rolling handle, which is here. And you have the titanium coated blades, fully hardened steel blades. And these are extremely sharp. That's one thing I noticed right off the bat, is that they could really cut. It was like going through butter, most of the branches I cut. So I think what we should do now is head outside and show you exactly how these work. Okay, so here's a branch I'm going to cut. Looks like it's roughly 3/8 of an inch to a 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to connect here and pull, and it cuts really quickly and really easily. Okay, so here's another example of maybe a 1/2 inch cut that I'm going to be making on a branch. So I'm just going to depress it, and it cuts really cleanly, and I didn't have to exert much force at all to make that happen. So let me make just one more cut. I'll get right up to the notch here, and depress, and it just works so easily and effortlessly in comparison to most garden pruners I've used in the past. So I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And I highly recommend these garden pruners from Fiskars. You can see how well they worked, and it's great for people that may have limited wrist strength. If you're going to be using these repeatedly over and over each day. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel, and please like the video if you enjoyed it. Talk to you next time.